The original atlas is British Library Additional Manuscript 5415A, and it was probably commissioned, although there's no direct evidence, by Mary for her husband Philip II of Spain. And here we can see the royal arms on the cover. We've got Philip's arms on the left-hand side, impaled on Mary's arms as Queen of England. And you can see he's got the castles of Castile, the Lions of Leon, and the various other accoutrements of Aragon and his Burgundian heritage. They came in different styles, which developed over the medieval and early modern periods. And here we've got a table of navigational aids and celestial information. You can see the zodiac signs there. Briefly, there were Mappa Mundi, the sort of thing that you may have seen at Hereford Cathedral, which were focused on the interior of countries, and then there were portalans, which were used for coastal navigation. By the mid-16th century, with the European discoveries of the Americas, Africa and Asia, these were merging into what we might consider atlases today. And here we've got some pictures of the winds blowing. This page shows an overview of the entire known world as they saw it from European perspective in the mid-16th century. This is rather like a traditional portalan in that it's showing in detail the different towns along the various coasts, and we can see, of course, Wales, England, Ireland, the northern coast of France, going across there to the northern coast of Spain and moving down there onto the west of Spain. And in there you can see the banners of the different elements of the Spanish kingdoms, with Philip's main arms in the centre. Philip was at this time still hoping to control Italy and to keep the French out of it as part of the ongoing Italian wars. And again we can see lots of towns along Italy and also the different banners of the Italian city-states. And down on the south side here we have got the northern coasts of Africa. Homem, being Portuguese, was very well aware of all of the developments in Portuguese map making that had occurred over the previous half century, and the extensive exploration that had been done by Portuguese mariners, which you can see here with all the different towns along the coast of Africa, and the rather nice carracks, I think they are, the ships, and rather good dolphin there. This rendition of India and Asia is somewhat less accurate, but really rather beautiful with the illustrations. We can see here Oceanus Indicus, the Indian Ocean, and Meridiae, the equator. This very beautiful folio shows the interior of South America and their conception of what it might be like. Atlases then, as now, were intensely political, and the Queen Mary Atlas was undoubtedly designed to tell a particular story. It's about the growth of Spanish power and the importance of the Anglo-Spanish alliance, personified by the union of Mary and Philip. Spanish conquests in the Americas are highlighted over Portuguese ones, while France is shown as rather less than the sum of its parts. Such a view would have been very welcome to both King and Queen. The atlas as it currently stands contains 9 maps out of an original 14. It's not certain that the other 5 were completed, but it seems likely that they were, but either not included in the original work or lost through water damage in 1751. Going back to the page showing France, we can see here that it's really divided into its parts: Normandy, Brittany, Aquitaine, Galicia, and so forth. And the illustrations that surround the maps, you can see there's the double-headed eagle of the empire of Philip II's father, Charles V. The illustrations surrounding the maps, which often focus on the heraldry of Mary and Philip, were done in Italy. Unfortunately, the atlas was not completed before Mary's death, So instead of being presented by the Queen to her husband, it had ended up in the hands of Mary's successor Elizabeth I, and presumably it was Elizabeth, or one of her courtiers, who was responsible for the defacing of the arms that showed England and Spain impaled. The commentary for the Folio Society facsimile, of which this is one of the 1,000 copies, was written by Peter Barber, who was head of maps and topography at the British Library from 2005 to 2015.